it's just cannons, and then
Yep. Over. Initiative's over. Litourdom returns. He looks like he's taken about 20 points of damage. And he pulls out what seems to be, it looks like a water sack. It's embroidered. It's maybe druidic in nature, or at least fashion. But he drinks from it real quick. He takes a sip, and he sort of seems a little better, almost as if someone cast magic on him, or if he was taking a potion.
well, that was something. I take it that this place has a lot of trouble with bandits and marauders.
Yes, of course. This is a hotbed of activity for pirates, especially those that have disbanded from the Pirate King's purview.
aka you.
No. Deliri is the Pirate King. I am only an aid to them.
Eh. I think they need a reminder of their... You know, when we get the opportunity after we're done with this big threat, we might need to pay their leaders a visit. He says, well, I'll give you a grin.
Do we know who sent them? Should we?
No.
No idea.
Should we go down and check on the bodies?
No.
I'm
Arthur
saw one of them
too
fall.
worried about it.
I saw two of them fall, actually.
I mean, couldn't hurt.
Right.
Well, I mean, this ship's only flying 5 feet per minute, as slow
Well-
as molasses in January. I guess we can try and go.
Where's
It's not like it's
the
shipped
stick
to
you
get
had?
far.
He looks to you, Arthur. I saw you jump into the air and rush back with wings that apparated from you in a very sickly, evil manner. Where's that
Arthur
rod?
looks- Arthur looks around the
Ronny.
ground. See if
Yeah, Ronny looks
See
pretty
it.
sheepish, like, oh no.
Do you guys want to check on the rod?
yes, Arthur's like checking to see if anyone picked it up.
No one picked it
Ronny
up.
didn't
It's definitely
take it.
outside.
Yeah, it probably fell off the ship.
Yeah, you go
Arthur
back
looks
outside.
at Ronnie. Arthur looks at Ronnie and is like, I believe I told you to pick up that stick.
Ronny has his arms behind his head, and he's just kind of whistling. Trying really hard not to look at Arthur.
Arthur kind of like clutches a fist and then lets go. No matter, it was just an artifact that we found in some crypt. Probably at the bottom of the ocean.
Man, we're over land.
You don't wanna check on it?
Find it. Well, let's.
If it
just
turns
look
out
for
the... How about this, Ronnie? If we find it, you can have it. Okay, buddy?
All right. I mean, we'll just maybe lower a rope ladder down or drop altitude a little bit and just have them keep going. I'll let the ship maintain course. We'll just drop altitude and try to catch up to it. Maybe if Lito's not opposed to it, maybe his missus can give us a lift down and then bring us back up.
You must have other means to get off this ship, to be honest.
Arthur can... Before
we
Arthur...
saw
Before Lupin
like,
said
we
that,
had-
Arthur said...
Mhm.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Arthur was about to tell Ronnie, you will address her as... What's her titles?
You talking about Siri?
Yes.
What is her title? That is a good question. You don't know, really. You never. It's kind of like that aunt situation you know they're important, but you don't know their exact title. You just know that everyone seems to be rank and file when it comes to them. You can assume that it is royalty, so it's not really a title that you would try to
You will
get
address
people to
her
remember.
as you'll address her as madam or lady,
Yeah, that'd be kind of like the most.
or Madame Siri, not Mrs.
Ronnie will look back at Arthur, just kind of smirk, look over at Leto, and he'll go, "1,000 apologies, Your Eminence. I did not mean to offend by any stretch of the means." And he'll do kind of a mock curtsy, not even a bow. And he'll be like, the Lady Warden, if she would be able to humbly take us down, it would be appreciated, but if she can't, we could always find our own means of transportation up and off of the ground.
There's this look of joy and yeah, Litourdom's just smiling at Arthur's reaction to this. But when you go on this tangent, Ronnie, there's a play along until you say you call the Mrs. Warden as well. And then to that, his face sort of drops, and then he sort of lets you finish. And when you finish, he says, "Yeah, don't call her anything like Warden. She'll definitely eat you if you do that joke in front of her. I wouldn't suggest it. Old minds and the like. I'm sure you can understand. Dragons have a certain air of power or age to them. Definitely do not say age to her as well. I just want to make sure you don't kill yourself. You could joke with me all day, but they can take it personal." He sort of says as he's sort of trying to fix his clothes as skin tight as it is on him anyway. But yeah, he sort of says, "Go find your item before it falls off." I mean, we're not going terribly fast, so it shouldn't just roll out. I saw that the gun was being jostled a bit, but that's because bombs are going off. It should probably still be out there. But yeah, I could get mounts to and from. I could get you several mounts to hang around for you to have better access in and out of this ship. But usually you'd want, and I want everybody to roll D100 again. Usually, you'd have some kind of roping or something, and wow, you guys rolled shit D100s. There's like this cool thing that's gonna happen if you guys could ever roll a good D100. But as we're outside, you guys can roll con saves as well.
Oh, crap. Alright. Well, wait.
More afflictions! Yay!
Ronnie was inside to talk to the gun crew, unless he had to go back outside.
You did for the fight. Yeah.
But I went back. Order the guns to fire on the last dude. So did I have to come back out to talk to Leto?
No, that was just for the fight. Never rolling con saves. Like during that time. I just gotta find my stuff.
Nope, that's balls.
Oh, it's alright. Everybody
really
feels
lousy.
Unfortunately, I can't find my stuff. How can I do this?
That's alright. Ronnie will take a pill.
Well, you don't know what you got yet.
It's something ridiculous. He'll take a pill.
Who knows? Maybe it was something good, like losing the ability to
D100s. Both of you.
I mean, who knows? Maybe it'd be good. You know, like the lack of need for eat or sleeping.
7. Ronnie has a bit of haste on him, so he gets a second attack.
Oh, sweet. Never mind. I
And if he
won't
had
take a pill.
and if he had a second attack, he'd get a third attack.
I'm
27.
assuming it has like the negative outcome for haste though. Like I get
No,
worn
it's just
out real
you're
easy.
just forever faster now, slightly. The problem is
sweet.
if you have like multiple afflictions, then you start like taking damage of some degree. Apparently, Litourdom has said. I don't hear the music anymore.
Nah, I think it went out.
Yeah, I was like, it's
all right. We're not in
it's
combat anyway.
playing, but it's not. Oh no, it's still. Look at it. There you go. Right. Sure. Scared the shit out of me. What was I looking at? This one as well. 27. Okay. So I'm gonna have to copy and paste that one.
So when getting
Arthur.
off the ship, is there like a big rope ladder that we go down? Is there some kind of way that we would be able to hop off? Well, wait, he said he has mounts that he could give us that
Yeah,
would let us
so
fly in.
when you
To feel my
were-
mind now.
Yeah, you can talk to people's heads now. When you dropped off the people at the tip of the spear, there were mounts that helped just grab a bunch of people and take them down easily. It was the fastest way down. There were several ropes that were clung back up on top of the ship. So there's access for you to come out of like doorways that are sort of on the side. They seem to be like large exit spots. No, there'd be access panels. There are access panels for the entire ship for like whenever you need to bring in shipments.
Cargo and stuff.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
for shipments. To be honest with you, it's just massive garage doors, effectively, that are on the side that people and then just like a crap ton of rope. It looks like a massive snakes are just living in weird spots now. So, yeah, you guys have access to get back down, up and down. Again, way faster if you were to find that item. Do you guys want to look for that item, see if it's even there, or just let it fall? It is a device that lets you fly. As
Arthur
we'll
grabs
look for
it.
as rare as that is, it really isn't. There's always access to flight to some degree, but an item that gives you flight, that's a little different. Maybe useful, in fact.
Well,
I mean-
in either case, Arthur still grabs it.
I mean, what Ronnie's kind of interested in is that some of these guys had jetpacks, so maybe Ronnie, if there's a jetpack that's working, he'd maybe love to have one.
Ding, ding, ding. So, Arthur, first roll the D100. Let's see if it fell off.
Okay.
If you're going for it. Nope, it's fine. The individual that fell into the ship did have a jetpack, and then there are the ones that fell outside that you could investigate about as well. Did you want to do one or the other or both?
You said there's one that was on the ship that died?
Yeah, fell in the hole.
Okay. Yeah, we'll get him first, because if he's got a jetpack, Ronnie will definitely take it.
So you go to basically the hub of this place. And hey, Ririsu is there actually. See who's not though. Da-da-da-da. They're not.
I don't think we have a big train in our ship.
It is in your ship. It is just there.
Wait.
Da-da-da. Yep. Put him away for now. Princess Malachite isn't here either at the moment. Okay. Yeah, do you come down here? Do you invite Litourdom? He seems kind of stuck in the gunner fort because he likes to step outside real quick. He likes to have access to the air for
Nah, we'll
reasons
leave
that
him
are
behind.
obvious. Yeah.
Arthur kind of like excuses himself by saying, "Once I am sorry, my dear warden. I'm afraid I must address the captain's second in command."
He holds a hand out for you to grab, Arthur.
Okay.
And he
Arthur
sort of like,
grabs his hand.
yeah, he like shakes your hand for a second. And he says, Arthur Holmes, what I've heard about your family has taught me a lot about the proper procedure of space travel and its politics. Whatever is in your future, I can no doubt say it is going to be grand. Be careful. Whatever you find, whatever these pirates have, don't just believe it outright. They are very good at subterfuge, I would know.
Thank you for the advice. Also, that's very comforting. The grand part, I mean.
One must know their enemy to do well in life, I think. Go find out what you can. And then I'll have the mounts ready by the time you arrive. In about
Okay, Arthur
20
starts
minutes, maybe an hour.
Okay, Arthur starts exiting the ship and then starts asking around where Princess Malachite is.
Yeah, you come downstairs. You ask for Princess Malachite. So you're probably the tower is like this way. So you gotta hit all these people. You gotta walk past the train station. And if you ask any of these individuals, they'll sort of point towards the individuals they sort of defer to whenever they look for someone who knows something in this place. And quickly, the biggest person that they spot or tell you to talk to is Glipglop. Unfortunately, that is not a very good resource of information. But they also point at Ririsu, who is sort of hanging around. In fact, looking at the train.
Arthur walks towards Ririsu and he asks, "Hey, hate to bother you, but do you know where Malachite went?"
Yeah, Princess. She, I think. Give me a second, I could find her for you. His eyes gloss over dark for a second. It feels like the light went off for both of you. And then he sort of just says, yeah, she's actually in the captain's quarters, from what I can tell. It's a very small captain's quarters, by the way. Maybe resting, it seems.
Huh.
Can't exactly see where they are. I can just tell you where they are.
Oh,
okay.
Well, that's cool. Maybe she's wanting to see us. Oh,
Arthur
maybe I can annoy her later.
Arthur starts walking to the captain's quarters.
Okay.
I'm afraid of what I need to give her cannot wait. Arthur looks at Ronny and is like, "Ronny, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're planning to do, and personally, I don't care."
Don't worry, just keep... Arthur, you need to lighten up a little bit. You care too much.
Ririsu sort of stops. Ririsu sort of stops both of your bickering, and he says, "Listen, guys. I'm not gonna be here for too much longer. I still need to locate. I think it was Billy that's still missing.
Yeah, I was gonna talk to you about that, Ririsu. First, have you contacted Faye at all? Have you heard from her? Because she's the one that sent me down here to look for you.
She's unreachable for some reason, understandably so. I'm not sure what exactly she's working on, and it could be covert. So, I try to be patient when it comes to them getting back to me. They should receive the message that I sent, though. But I find it more pressing of a matter to locate Billy. He sort of does like that looking left and then looking right over shoulder thing to see if anyone's keeping an eye on them. But he sort of whispers towards Ronny more so than anything and says, but having someone of Billy's stature be missing is akin to the dangers of summoning an altar. So knowing their whereabouts at least would ease the hearts and minds of some individuals that pay the bills.
I get what you're saying. Listen, Ririsu, when you do decide to go look for her, let me know and I'll go with you. Billy was a friend.
I'm leaving now. I'm gonna check most corridors of this planet. I won't be able to do much around the oceans. Apparently, they're so deadly that none of my copies, he struggles to explain how he's doing his stuff, are able to breach it, to be honest with you.
Well, I mean, I got all these guys I'm trying to help too. I guess, let me give you a few sending scrolls or something like that. You can keep in contact with me, alright? Have you go silent on me. You're part of my mission here, you know?
Do you have the sending spell? Do you got scrolls for them?
I have scrolls.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Ronny will go
one.
into his bag. Ronny's got 18 on him. He'll give Ririsu 5.
He's looking at you and he says, you're handing me 5,000 gold right now, right?
I know. You're really important to me. You and Billy are important to me, and I need you guys.
I don't think I need this many to contact you, especially when I could probably get you a light flux in about a couple of days. But sure, I'll hold on to them.
Hold on to them for me, and just remember that they're worth a lot of money, and I always can use money. But you and Billy both, I don't want either of you guys having anything happening to you if I can help it. You guys are the whole reason why I came to this godforsaken rock. So
he opens one up.
Did I ever heard Ronny said rock?
The scribbles. Wait, what?
Did Arthur heard Ronny said this rock?
Yeah, you're right there still. I assume.
Okay,
Ririsu stopped you from leaving.
Arthur kind of says, "Hey, that rock is my home."
No offense. He kind of calls over his shoulder. I just, you and Billy's safety and, and out of character, I forgot what her name was, but the one that we located, what was her name again? She's Adasor's daughter.
Azaela?
Is it?
Yeah, he's confirmed that she's safe.
Yeah. And Ronny will be like, you, Billy, and Azzy, because Ronny is keen on nicknames.
Okay.
You guys are my mission. You are the whole reason I came here. And if I have to go and tell Faye that I botched it by letting you guys get killed, that's just not good. So, and I've got a reputation to uphold.
Ririsu has this weird look, and he's sort of mouthing the word "Azzy" over and over. He's like, like he's confused, like he's never heard that term before. And you're still talking, and then he catches on. He looks to you awkwardly and says, "Yeah, sure. Yeah, no, listen, I'll hold on to these guys. If I hear word from anyone, then I'll let you know on the whereabouts." And he's so distracted at the moment, and he's opening this scroll, and his face is sort of almost caught in headlights sort of fashion as he's looking at the scroll, and he says, where'd you get this?
They were just given to us. The point is, don't get yourself killed, alright? Don't make me worry. Got enough to worry about. I don't need to find out that you died trying to find Billy. So, what you're gonna do is you're gonna look for Billy while I'm dealing with all this nonsense. And if you catch wind of anything that stinks, message me and tell me that you need my help. Right?
Yes. He rolls up the scroll. He's holding that one that he's opened up very tightly, almost so tightly that he's gonna squeeze and tear the paper, although it cannot. And he looks to you as if you're guilty, and he says, "Where's the Mother Maiden? Did she hand this to you? Did you find her stash?"
Out of character, Mother Maiden. Who's Mother Maiden?
You have no idea.
Ronny looks at him like he's got two heads.
Yeah.
Ririsu, I don't have any idea who you're talking about. I got these, and I, out of character, I forgot where we got these.
So they were found in the tower.
That's right. We had a whole lot of them.
They were, I believe, in Adisor's one of his
chambers.
Boxes. Yeah.
Yeah. Ririsu, these were loot. We got them up in the upstairs. There's just a lot of them.
No. He sort of is reeling back a bit, maybe trying to collect himself, shivering.
So who's this mother person?
No.
You can't tell me a name and drop a name and not tell me the whole deets.
Do you have somewhere quiet to talk?
Arthur just starts walking away. Hey, whatever business you guys have is your business. And he just starts walking over to Jeff's quarters.
Ririsu, let's put a pin in it. I've got a jetpack to find.
Oh, it's over there. It's kind of broken though. He points it out to you. There's a bunch of people that were gathered around a specific spot. Let's call it here. There is a body that is basically naked there. People have gotten to it pretty quickly. The body has been left there. It has one boot left. Yeah.
Ronny just calls out irritatedly, "Who the hell took my jetpack, damn it?"
You see someone already trying to walk away.
Whatever. There's one outside. The jetpack, anyway.
Do you say or do something?
No.
You can stop them. They seem nervous. They're like, oh shit, oh shit.
Is there any security guards nearby?
No, but everyone here knows who you are. So it's kind of like you have the power here.
Ronnie will just be like, "Hey, hey, you stop right there!
He
Otherwise, I'm
stops.
gonna kick you off this shit."
He stops. Yeah.
You
See, but
know what you did?
He's not
Turn
moving.
around and come back here.
He's not moving. He's too scared. He's not moving.
Ronnie runs over, and he's hasted, so it's fast.
No, it's not that kind of haste. You just get the extra attack.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, he kind of like runs over there. Look, you can have everything else. I just would like notes the guy was carrying and that jetpack. Any money he had, it's yours.
He has the exact getup that this guy had, minus the hat and one of the boots. And he says, I only found these papers on him. He pulls out like a Bible looking book. And then this gun, that's all I found here. You could have him. And he's like lying through his teeth. This individual this individual is basically like a fire person. Not a genasi, but one of those fire dwarf individuals.
Duergar.
Yeah, there you go.
Incited him.
You don't have to incite him. He's lying. You know.
I want to know if he's like. What I want to know is he looking for like? Is his eyes darting a specific direction? Like, did he hide some shit in a stash, or
he has it all on him?
Know?
It's all on him. It's obvious. Yeah, there's no lie. He cannot lie.
Where is the where is the jetpack on him? Does he have it over his shoulders?
On him. Yeah, it's on him. He looks exactly like the guy. In clothing
will just,
and
like,
everything.
Smirk at this dude. Mm-hmm. Ronnie will just smirk at this dude and be like, "Look, man, I know the struggle is real. Just hand me the jetpack that's clearly on your back and the notes, and I'll be on my way. You can have the rest of the shit.
This isn't a jetpack. This is my friend Richard. It's Richard. Say hi." And he sort of shakes. He shakes the backpack, and it's sort of like the very top of it has like this springy looking part, and it does kind of bounce up, and it sort of does clank. Yeah, make an insight check on that. Is it alive? Is it speaking?
Not so great.
No,
Ronnie doesn't care about his games. Ronnie looks at him and goes, "In about 5 seconds, dude, I'm gonna push you out of the airlock if you don't hand me the bag." And Ronnie is going to use his feature of bad reputation, which is a pirate thing.
Mm-hmm.
Which basically, no matter where I go, people are afraid of me due to my reputation. When I'm within a civilized area, I can get away with criminal offenses. And basically, just people look the other way and they do what I tell them. That's what it comes down to.
All right, I need both of y'all to answer me this, if possible. Is the Savior a civilized location?
I would say, based on the actions that we've done so far, we've acted like it's, we're decent people, so I would imagine that everybody involved would act like it is.
Pre-civilization to civilization. I love it. I'll take it. Yeah, this guy, he drops the pack, drops the book, drops the gun goes off. It doesn't hurt anyone. It's just you hear ting ting ting. And people turn around for like a moment and then turn back to like continue doing the shit that they are doing, to be honest with you. And then he is already gone. The clothes is also on the ground, minus the undershirt.
This dude just like runs away naked.
No, so the clothes was always like it was already it wasn't form fitting to him. He was very small compared to the body that this individual left behind. So it definitely did not fit him well. So you can assume as he ran away, most of the clothes fell off of him. So that's why the undershirt and the tie he kept onto, because they were tied on and buttoned on, while everything else he sort of slipped out of. But yeah, you have basically everything there other than the undershirt and the tie.
Ronnie picks up the... I don't know. He'll pick up all the notes he can. He'll pick up the jetpack.
Yep.
The gun, he'll kind of shrug his shoulders, pick it up,
Yep.
put it in his pack. He doesn't know what he has. If the guy was carrying any bullets, he'll take his bullets too. Let me see
Any
what
that you
else.
see.
Not any that I see. All right. Is there anything in his jacket pockets other than the book? Any notes or anything like that?
Yeah, there's
Any other
a
item?
couple of coins in there. There's 7 silver coins between
I'll
all the
take 'em.
pockets. You find what seems to be a key. Other than that, nothing
I'll
else.
take the key.
Yeah, little golden key,
I will add-
painted gold, not actual gold, but it seems to maybe be for like a personal lock.
1 painted pirate key.
Tiny, put tiny on it. Or personal, either one works.
1 tiny painted pirate key.
But yeah, other than that, the notes seem to be just directions to Imali, routes for scavenging and where to catch people. They talk about a possible spot to check around, which seems to hint at they're pretty close to closing in on the location of the tip of the spear, yet are unaware exactly of what or how exactly to get there. What exactly it does or how exactly to get there. That's what I meant to say. But other than that, Arthur, you and Ririsu go to the Cav's quarters. The moment that he has you by yourself, he grabs your armor, looks you in the eye, and he says, "Have you spoken to her? Have you seen her? Is she okay?
Who, what, and when?
The Mother Maiden, is she okay? Damn it, you don't really know. Zeit, President Zeit, is she okay? Maybe refer to you as
No, I'm afraid I do not know someone by that name. I just found the armor.
He sort of smacks your armor and he says, "I see what you have on. I know you've been in contact with her. Which one?"
What do you mean by which one? The ones in the dreams or the ones in real life?
I don't care where you saw them. They all are valid. They all give you information. That information you keep. What did you find?
Arthur kind of like tells him the awakened dream and the events.
Which awakened dream and which events?
The ones with the president, what's her face?
Yeah, what do you recall? With the president, what's her face?
So, and then Arthur kind of like sets him down to tail.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I got a story for ya, buddy. So, here was me and the rest of the crew. Ronny wasn't with us then. So, we were wandering around the world as normal. Until we all got blacked out. We woke up in different armor, different weapons, and we end up being the president. In a throne room. We have this weird urge to attack. We did. She offered us a deal. In exchange for the armor that I was wearing outside, she gave me new armor. I accepted the deal.
What did you lose?
Oh, just a spacesuit. Just an old spacesuit.
I'm sorry. Just a spacesuit?
Yes.
Okay,
I mean, it was
this
really old.
very
It was
mundane
pretty.
thing. This is very unassuming. Maybe she has plans for it. Regardless, this
Maybe
one,
she wished to attach it to invincibility.
invincibility. One cannot attain invincibility that easily. They'd have to do much work. Maybe towards a specific form of damage, but it's almost impossible to become.
She can turn the armor into a rug for all I care. Now I got this armor.
Her magic traces this armor, I can tell. At this point, after Ririsu has calmed down and Arthur has explained a lot of this, Ronny, you would have made your way to the captain's quarters. In that regard, you would hear Ririsu saying, give me a second, I'm bringing him over. You'd probably hear Ririsu say, Zeitgeist herself, what he would say, Zeit themselves, before they reconnected with Geist, they didn't mean any harm. They didn't wish to destroy or devour or become more than what they were, but at some point when they reunited with their other half, they got the idea to return to possibly reunite, and that is wholly dangerous, especially if you cannot. Since, and he looks to Ronny, who has come into the room, since Billy is their child. Born of deities, they no longer are what they could ever, what they will always wish to be. As they are no longer espers, a form fitting more altars today. Their ascendance would mean the death of many. I fear that this is what their plan is. I fear that Billy being missing is them having chosen her as their catalyst. I do not see them succeeding with this task. If millions don't die, Billy being amongst that.
Well, we're not about to let anything happen to Billy. I mean, she's good people.
As
If her folks are really doing something to her, then we gotta stop them.
Easier said than done. A pair of the most strongest, influential individuals. To even utter these words, I'd be assassinated immediately anywhere else. Since you are all part of the court, I can trust you at least. Honestly, that's what the
Arthur
court's
Kelly
upbringing
chips in.
was. To destroy
Arthur
the
Kelly
deities that would dare try. Go ahead.
Arthur pitches in. That's not very Hornsy to do.
Look, sometimes you gotta get your hands dirty in order to do the right thing, Arthur.
Oh no, I'm just saying that trust is way too quickly by most Four Horn members' standards. Not my standards though.
Well, either way, Ririsu, look into it, but be careful. They would, I don't know, she'd have my ass if anything happened to you or Billy. But this is definitely new information, and it's the most leads I've had about her since I've been here. So, just make sure that, let me know as soon as you know something, okay?
I'll use these things, which again lead to me to wonder where this altars. This individual is also in danger of Zeit, as they are technically one, yet not. They could also act as a catalyst. This is very concerning. I did not know that we had altars of Zeit hanging around. If I'm sure you understand why I was so trepidatious in saying that name out loud in front of the common folk, in front of your home here. If any of them are soldiers of them, we would all be in danger. She would be able to spot us from whatever magic she has. I don't doubt. And he taps on Arthur's metal armor again, that she can at least find you when she wishes. Not that she would know to. You say you saw her in a dream. That dream is disconnected to Zeit today. The awakened dreams are just a memory of what we were once. Even further back than we can even remember. A different time, some say. Wiser says. He shrugs. He also seems confused about awakened dreams. Either way, when I find out anything from Billy, the moment I hear of them, I will be informing you, Ronny. And if I could get you guys a light flux, even better. Most specifically, do you have somewhere for you to hold like a massive amount of items or something? Something that would help you in your travels?
Arthur grabs the bucket.
You show him the bucket.
Yep.
He sort of rubs his head. And he says, okay, where's Kuwami?
No idea.
Okay. I gave this to her crew.
She said she was going for something, gave all of us the bucket, and she didn't show up.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
By the way,
I didn't give her the bucket, but her crew did have it.
Arthur says,
check on
by the way, very useful tool.
Yes. It's even nicer when you do this to it. And he sort of takes it, and then he dumps it upside down. And again, he shows you guys a whole bunch of items. He looks around real quick. His eyes are completely black. And he says, that's a nice one here. Here. That'll work great for you. And he's just sort of giving you items that you already have, guys. Oh, shit. So, here. I'll be nice. This is a +1 weapon now. It is no longer +3 as it says in the thing. It is no longer cursed though. So your enemies can no longer track you. But that exists.
Does he give Ronny a nice dagger?
No, he's just grabbing stuff from the bucket. It's just stuff that you guys already have. He don't have shit for y'all. What he has is different. Okay. He gives this to Arthur. And it's not the first time you were handed this, Arthur. A massive kobold thing has given that to you as well.
Yes, this is the first time. I'll go ahead and start copying and pasting the information on this thing.
Yes. Where's the other one? Where's the thing? There you go. And then the one thing that he grabs and gives to Ronnie is just the stack of pages. He's like, "Oh, dude, use this. Come on." You're gonna die if you're not like out there. Like, what is this shit? Like, he's sort of looking at your tattered armor.
My leather armor.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had it for a while, sure. But yeah, I'm always up for a new pair of duds. And Ronnie will take the armor.
Yeah.
So it's a studded leather armor.
Mm-hmm.
With stuff that it can do. That's pretty cool.
Yep.
I will add that to my character sheet.
When you put it on and tune to it, so let's say this takes an hour. He's hanging around with you guys and all that. The moment you attune to it, well, let me ask, do you attune to it?
Yeah.
Yeah. The moment
to.
you attune to this beautiful set of armor that seems to wrap around you, and its pages form just over you. This armor that's light to travel with and seems to be in every page just with a script of its own. Some of them in Draconic, some Elven, others Orcish, but each one of them you know to be related to the arcane. And yeah, it seems to be very powerful. Ririsu does know and says, yeah, it does say Adasor's name on the bottom there, though, to be honest with you. There is one page that does not move by, like, your left side.
Ronnie will kind of, like, look at the page that has Adasor on it.
Yeah, he would say it's signed by Adasor. Specifically. That's it.
Ririsu, do you know if I mark that off or cross it out, if it'll do anything to the armor?
Well, I don't think that paper will be too affected by it, to be honest with it. Like, it's glowing. Like, I don't know, dude. Do you have like glow eraser? I don't know if that's a thing. I don't know magic stuff.
I do not have glow eraser, but who knows, I guess. I guess if nothing else, it's just a symbol. Might cause some people to turn their heads.
Hey, this armor's pretty cool, though. It says, I can't kill you with, like, pretty powerful magic. Let's see if it works. And his hand just sort of turns into, like, a mouth. Just, like, with teeth around it and stuff. There's no tongue, but in the center, there's just, like, air that sort of pops out, a bubble that slowly floats towards you. Do you let it touch you?
Yeah, Ronnie will let it hit him.
It just pops on you. And he says, yeah, you should be dust by now. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, if it keeps me safe, that's what matters.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll be off. You guys should pick up all that crap that I dropped. Sorry about that. But yeah.
Sorry,
he
buddy.
would give you. What does he give you? He gives you guys. He knows your ship. He has one thing. Alright, he's gonna give you guys a hoverboard. So he just sort of pulls out a hoverboard from like the air. Like he goes into like his shadow real quick, and then he pulls out a hoverboard and he's like, yeah, I have this. It's sort of helpful. It's not great. It's not bad.
Ronnie's eyes immediately go big. Arthur, if you don't care, could I have this?
Sure, buddy. Sure, Marty McFly.
We had these back where I'm from, and they are fun.
Yeah, like if you have a mount, this is perfect. But if you fall, you're gonna die. That's like the only problem with these things.
Ronnie looks at Ririsu, grins, holds up the jetpack he just got, and he goes, "We have engineers on board this ship. I might have them make me a rocket board."
That would not be a bad idea. The combination of those two things might actually make it a better item or make you blow up in 2 seconds. Not sure. Either way, I might just have something to help you out. Maybe even if you didn't do any engineering, roll D100.
I want a rocket board. So
He is
bad.
looking for ascending stone, not ascending stone, a floating stone. That's not its name, but he does not have it. He does not have it apparently. So yeah. Oh no, I ran out of all my fly stones, all my float down to safety zone stones, my parachute stones. I forget what they're called. They're a spell. I know the spell. 100%.
Well, maybe we're about to go in the city. Maybe if you tell me exactly what it is, I can look for it and buy it.
Oh, you gotta make me look for this spell now. Hold on. I know what it is.
Go ahead and DM it to me later.
No, it's literally the spell where you Featherfall. There you go. A feather stone. He was looking for feather stones. That's what he was looking for. He does not have them at the moment.
I will put it on my grocery list.
That is what the best of the flyers use, is what he says.
Well, that and about President What's Her Face.
What will her face use? She's gonna use your armor and become immune to cold. That's what she's gonna use. I'll tell you right now. Ririsu, he says, I don't think the chances were very low that I still had one of these things. I haven't had the need for one in a while. Last time I had an aerial fight, the opposing team had much of a harder time with the people I hang out with nowadays, you know. Anyways, I will be out. I will be out to find Billy now. Is there anything?
Don't get yourself killed.
Is there anything that you?
Out there?
You don't get yourself. He sort of grabs this bottle. He sort of hands it to you, Arthur.
Is it a potion?
Yeah, and it is a potion that I will message you about.
Okay.
It is a very special potion. It looks to be a healing type of potion. You can assume that this potion is a very powerful thing. I don't know what I would call it yet, but it's a potion that you would use reactionarily. If you are ever knocked down to 0 hit points, you could use your reaction to drink this potion, and you'll be at. I think I was gonna give it like 100 hit points, flat out, or something like that. I haven't decided yet, so I'll message you on that.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm just gonna put magic of huge health.
Yeah, no, don't worry about it. I'm gonna message you on it. And you'll get to add it later. But he says to you, okay, I'm gonna find my way out of here and locate Billy as soon as possible.
Well, yeah, that Arthur kind of like starts walking towards Malachite.
Yeah, you're gonna go to the room next door. Sure. Ririsu disappears. He just fades away into his own shadow. Very ominous.
Ronnie will kind of like watch Ririsu fade. He'll kind of look a little worried, and then just kind of. It'll only be for a second, but then he'll kind of like turn around. He'll follow Arthur. As soon as we get over to Malachite's room, Ronnie will kind of like pop his head in, say, "Hey, Princess. Hey, Foxy. I'll have to check you guys out later. I have a date with an engineer." And he like starts taking off to wherever the engineers are.
Arthur just gives a face palm.
Yeah. So
Before heading Malachite some of the sending scrolls.
what are you doing with Malachite?
Arthur kind of like explains these scrolls and what they do
Mm-hmm.
before saying you can use them to contact us or us to contact you.
Okay.
And the amounts I give her is 10.
All right. So you
Let's go
give
through
her
that.
10. No problem. You put that on her. 10 for Princess Malachite.
Just simply write it, think of the person you want to send it to, and it'll be sent right to them. And we'll teleport right to their hand. Is there also any other problems that you might be having before I head off?
No, none other than the constant bickering from the Rakin. He keeps saying that his minions are missing. Yes, that exact. There seems to be some concern. They are trying to put blame on the creatures that you have put protection over, the things that have lived here before. There is no name that you gave me for it from what my notes read, but the people are calling them tendril monsters, so that's always great, or TM for short. But anytime
we just simply call them abominations.
Oh, okay, yes. Both terms would bother me if I was sentient and heard it, and was one of them. But yes, I think the TMs really are skittish and usually stray away from people, and they don't seem to ever feed. I have had you remember the little robot thing? I told him to keep an eye on the things since it doesn't sleep, and there are no reports of them ever eating for the last 2 days, and the Ratkin has said that he's lost 20 since then, so 20 more since then. So he had total allotment of 176 different rats, 1,042 ratlings, and he's now down to about 5 dozen that of the rats, and about half of the ratlings are gone. So it's concerning. Not sure where the bodies are. We're not finding them, so something is eating them or throwing them out or disposing of them properly.
Could be that mimic we hired.
The who?
You were there, right?
Yeah.
That mimic we hired?
Oh, the mimic. Well, I could check on the mimic. I know their location. They generally move to the most obvious spots. I did hear reports about something going on upstairs, but I'm not sure of his whereabouts at the moment. It seems he's free roaming at this current state. I'd have to check on him.
Okay.
Yeah.
A little info.
Hmm.
That dragon that came by, yeah, that was the warden's wife of the region. We managed to gain permission.
Oh,
Now,
oh, the
here's something for
warden.
your passengers. Yes, him. Yes, him.
Interesting.
So, now, this is something for you and your crew to consider. We are planning to land into the nearest city. After we land, you guys have a choice. Leave. You can leave, you get what you wanted, leaving the underworld, or you can stay and help us fight the beast.
Oh.
And before you say that, but do not fear, as we do have access to a weapon that can kill him. Or at the very least, a piece of it.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. I hope. I wish to
Or
remind you that everyone that's on the ship now,
Yeah.
whoever didn't leave for the town that was by the seaport or wherever the heck they were dropped off to, they're willing to fight alongside with this ship and take travels. Most people just want maybe some space to open up a shop. Others are willing to work, and everyone here is expecting some sort of pay after the destruction of the thing that gets us the
Well,
bounty.
considering the Fiend's bounty on his head, we'll probably have enough to pay for it, as well as overall on the ship.
Yeah, so they don't know how much they'll get paid. You can pay them as much as you wish to pay them. They are here effectively already contracted, and I believe, and the way I've been selling it towards them is when the monstrosity is taken out, that they will all receive a bonus of some degree, something that would make a king's ransom blush, is the statement I said. But again, you could give them what you wish, and I hope you remember that in the underworld, people took value more to things than actual gold, so you could sort of utilize that a little better. Like if you had like a weapon, and if you want to give them a weapon, they'd probably think that's worth more than it actually is. People in the underworld are weird. They seem like to think that economy doesn't exist, and it's based off.
Oh no, they think the economy exists.
But yeah,
They
but
just
it's a
prefer
weird
to
economy.
barter.
It's like, yeah, that they do that. They barter, and that's annoying. No one barters in she would not say port. She would say no one barters in the Elysium system. She would say. But that's just a fancier way to say Aeon and stuff like that.
That's why I always set the
Celestial
coin.
Spaces.
That's why I always set the coin.
Oh yeah, coin is very good, but sometimes it's better to have some other stuff. But coin is very, very good. She smiles. Ronny, where were you headed?
Oh, straight over to the engineers.
Straight to the engineers. You go to the engineers, and there is one engineer currently manning its station, which is the prerequisite to functionally in battle, but one. If not, there is another engineer that is currently they're sleeping. There's a book over their face. All the other ones seem to not be here at the moment for some reason.
Ronny kind of comes in and goes, "Well, it's good to see that you guys are getting some stuff done. I have a project for you guys." And he'll kind of like...
Yeah.
He'll kind of like loudly shuffle the jetpack into like one of the workbenches and has the hoverboard near that and kind of goes, "I want to combine these things to make a rocket board We had these back where I grew up, and they're a lot of fun. I could cause a whole lot of trouble with one of these. So,
The one who can hear you is like casually looking at the screen. You know this place is basically working on autopilot. You only need to hold your hand on it because it's a dead man switch. It won't move unless you have a hand on it. So he just looks over and he says, yeah, I could probably get Jake to open it up and take a good look at it, but I mean, wake up Tim. Tim. He's trying to yell out for Tim, who has this. It's clearly like a smut novel that he's fallen asleep on his face with. It seems
Ronnie will kind of hold a finger up real quick, and he'll kind of come up behind this dude, and then just like clap really hard, like right by his head.
Yeah, he falls to the ground. His eyes are completely open, bloodshot. He seems sort of dead.
Is he dead?
Unrelated to your smacking, he does seem in a concerning state. Withered, almost unnervingly still. Make a medicine check.
Ronnie will kind of like look at this dude, look back at the other guy, just be like, has he always looked like that?
No, something's wrong with him. He said he was feeling bad, but he looks really freaking bad now. What's wrong with his face? Yeah, this guy's dead.
Yeah, that tracks.
This guy's dead. He's been murdered.
Oh, jeez, what the hell?
You swear.
I failed my medicine.
You swear that Tim was murdered. None other than the one person who would casually hold their hand out driving. It had to be their hand. Had to be. There's no one else here.
Ronnie is going to send for the security guys to get over here.
Yeah, they get over here in like half a minute. And it doesn't take long for them to tell you, he's not dead. He's okay. He looks pretty messed up. The pilot is getting concerned. He has to focus on his job. He technically still, it's a mundane job, but he's just there. The
one engineer.
The one engineer that is on the floor, Tim. He's sort of trying to speak, and there's this like graspy voice that just comes out instead. And then the pilot, Jeff, he says he came back after he was working on those symbols, those weird things. And what the fuck is going on? They said it was weird. It was acting weird, and it was telling them things.
Oh, great.
Oh, what's happening?
I was meaning to ask you guys about how that went.
I don't know. The rest of them, they had to go into the cargo bay to check out one of the bigger pieces. They apparently came across a bunch of the little ratlings that were like devouring themselves for some reason. I don't understand. I thought it was a joke. He seems concerned.
Look, this is the reason why we have people make reports, tell us what's going on. Oh, great. We have a healer on board, right?
Yeah,
Somebody who knows arcane stuff.
Yeah, they bring someone over. They basically give you the prognosis where like, yeah, this person is weakened state. There seems to have been like a curse put on them in some degree. It's almost like siphoning energies from them. It's really weird. Their recovery time probably be like 4-5 days or something like that.
Oh, great. Look, I'm just Ronnie just seems like he's all like just irritated by the whole situation. All right, get this guy to a doctor's, like get him to the medical wing.
Yeah, they
Something.
take them.
Great.
Uh,
Look, I'm gonna leave these two things here. I want you guys at some point to make me a friggin' rocket board. I want to have fun with this thing. So I'm putting this as a work order, and Ronnie begins like scribbling out like a note, telling him exactly what he wants.
Okay.
And he puts the note on the workbench with the hoverboard and the jetpack. And he just goes, I might have some more gadgets to stick to this thing later. Please do me a favor. As soon as it's done, tell me it's done so that I can ride this thing, because if I,
Yeah.
you know,
I mean, I think you gave Jake the things to call you. But what about the rest of them? They're everyone else was working on the symbols. Are they gonna be okay?
I don't know. I know that we had the engineers looking into it, and we also had, I think we had some other people looking into it too.
Yeah, they sent everybody.
Yeah. I guess.
Maybe put them on. Maybe have them do it under arcane supervision.
Yeah, if there's anybody who's like wizardy, somebody that can dispel magic, we have a whole lot of people out here. Look for somebody that can dispel magic. I know that. I think we have.
Who are you
what's
telling
his
this
name?
to?
The guy that I'm talking to, but I'm trying to
He's
remember.
piloting the
what his
ship.
name is.
Currently, you have one pilot and nothing else. The one engineer is piloting at the moment.
Oh,
Because
great.
the one
Okay.
else is there.
I'll ask around for somebody that can do something about this. I'm gonna go back upstairs and talk to Malachite.
Yeah.
And Ronnie just kind of like, he like leaves the stuff, leaves the note attached to it, and then like he gets heading all the way back up to Malachite and Arthur.
Yeah. Easily enough. And
Yeah. Yeah, he'll just kind of like walk in after probably like 20-30 minutes and just be like, man, I just can't have nice things. And he'll immediately go over past Arthur a nod, look over at Malachite. Do you know if we have anybody that's like into wizardy things on this ship? We need somebody that can dispel magic.
The groggy and having just recently woken up, Princess Malachite blinks towards you, thinking for a moment, and says, yeah, we have some that could conjure different things or whatnot. What exactly do you need?
Well, I have an engineer team that's getting sick from trying to find our Atasaur runes to get rid of these things so we don't keep getting attacked internally on this ship. And the magic stuff that's affecting them, we need it dispelled. So between the engineers looking for devices, we need somebody going around the ship and just deactivating all these stupid little motes that Atasaur left around.
Okay. So do you want like preventative arcane help, or do you want them to fix the issues once your people have been affected, or do you need rituals done on the stuff?
Malachite, what I'm wanting is these, well, two things. one, I want these devices destroyed. That's causing people to get sick. That's
Okay.
priority number one.
Sure.
Priority number two is if somebody is affected, I want them to be fixed, I guess.
Oh, okay, yes. That'll be a little harder for us to get. Do you have gold that you're willing to spend? It'd probably expedite the issue, to be honest with you. Usually some of these curses could be they disappear over time. Some of them could just kill you outright, so you have to be very careful which ones they are. She seems to be sort of getting herself up now. She has like little nightgown that she had on, and she just grabs like a robe and is ready to walk out with you guys to see what the issue is, as she says. But until I get a look at the problem, I can't exactly suggest or give you a solution.
What kind of robe is it?
It is a Sheeta pattern.
The pattern?
It is
Ronnie
Sheeta.
kind of like
Yeah.
Ronnie kind of looks at it and kind of like smirks at her choice of pajamas.
Yeah. Or her pajamas
But
are
then
plain
he'll
white, and then her the robe that
Her
she has
clo-
on is like that. That's more like opulent. It is definitely gaudy, if anything. The robe
Yeah,
was simple.
her
I
pajamas
mean,
are simple.
the
Her robe
pajamas
is
are simple. There
hilarious.
you go. There you go. Hmm.
He'll look at the robe, and give her a look that he's not even trying to hide, like almost like he's trying not to laugh at it. And then he kind of just goes on. He goes, "Well, I don't really have a lot of gold on me, but I'm sure that we could sell something or trade something for a mage's services."
Arthur kind of like starts. Nah. I was planning to offer him some gold, but
You are there, and if you offer, then maybe. And again, you can always ask, like, how much do you need? Because
how
just
much do you
saying,
need?
Malachi says as they're at the door, ready to step out. About, I believe, the prerequisite for most of the casters capable for dispelling maladies on an individual is about 500 gold per individual. I would hold off on doing that unless it meant their lives, to be honest with you, though. Let's look at it first.
What about destroying objects that need to be destroyed that are magical?
Usually time, really, to get rid of those. Incantations, rituals of many more hands could wipe out the issue in faster time. But time is what you're paying, really, in that regard. And she's trying to rush you out of this room so that she could show you, so that she could give you an exact estimate, if anything.
Ronnie kind of like looks. If she's shoving us out as she's wearing her spotted robe,
yeah, like she's
Ronnie
barefoot.
just
Like
kind
this
of
is
goes.
out of the element for her.
Ronnie just kind of looks and goes, "Are you sure you don't want to get like dressed first?"
Come on.
Not that I.
She says through gritted teeth.
Not that I mind your colorful choice of robes.
Just look away for 2 seconds. Do you look away?
Ronnie acts like he's looking away, but he's kind of doing one of those peek between the fingers things.
Okay, make a deception
Arthur
check.
looks away and covers his eyes.
Ronnie, make a deception check.
All right.
Yeah, beat that number.
Deception.
Oh, they beat you. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yes. They rolled really low. They beat you. Yeah. So you fake the look away. And she lifts her hand, but then she sees you do that, and she's like, she pulls her hand back, and she says, "I said look away."
All right. He'll turn. He'll be nice about it. He was mainly trying to be funny anyway.
Yeah. And she says, "Okay," after literally a second. And the moment you guys turn around, after a split second has passed by, she seems to be in her regular opulent fashion.
I'm gonna try and embarrass her. Ronnie's gonna go. Bet the undergarments match the robe. Just out loud.
You feel a hand touch your armor. It feels electrical in fashion, almost as if they tried to affect you with a spell.
Okay.
But they weren't
Do
able
I need to make a? They weren't able to.
No, they
look
made an
around.
attack.
Is
They just
Foxy
touched.
around?
No, he's not.
All right. Ronnie will just kind of note it, and then just kind of like ignore it.
Yeah, she tries to play it off as if she tried to shove you, but she definitely made a spell attack against you.
Oh, it was Malachite.
Yes. Make an insight check. Let me see if you could tell. I think you could tell what this is.
Insight. Let's see.
14. Yeah. I would say you would just not know what it is. You would just be off by a bit. She's a good spellcaster.
Is her face red?
No, they're very good at hiding.
They're poker facing it.
Yeah.
All right.
They played it coy. They played it nice and cool. Either way, you guys take them to where? Where do you take them?
Well, she was taking us. I think she was saying she was shoving us out, but
she was.
Yeah. Let me see. Well, we need to find a mage, and we need to get these sigil things taken care of. But
yeah, she needs to see it first.
Great. If any of the guys in the previous room before would have told Ronnie where they were looking for stuff, yes, Ronnie would take them there.
Okay, where did they say they were?
I have no idea.
You forgot? Okay, the player forgot. Let's see if Ronnie remembers. Intelligence check.
Okay, great.
I'll let your characters remember if players forget. That's perfectly fine. This is why I love it when players take notes, because then their characters remember shit that they definitely would never remember. But then also, this happens in a shorter time for the characters, so they definitely would remember. And Ronnie definitely would remember that in the hangar is where not in the hangar, I said. In the wow, where they pull all the shit. The bottom. I just said it 2 seconds ago in this stupid place.
What do you call the bulk? Is it?
The bulkhead? No.
The helm.
No, not the helm. Wherever the storage place is proper of the ship. Why do I always cargo hold? There you go. Cargo bay, cargo hold. They're all the same. In the cargo hold is where they found apparently one of the bigger effigies of this thing, one of the bigger symbols, and that's where most of the engineers are at. Is what you heard. That's what you heard Jeff say.
All right.
You could go back to Jeff. You can always ask them 21 questions if you want, or more.
Nah, we'll just bypass that and go for the cargo hold.
So down to the cargo hold. I don't have a map for it. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Arthur also says to Ronnie, so how's that little upgraded skateboard, McFly?
Well, unfortunately, all my engineers are busy working on first effigies, and nobody's over there in the workshop to be able to help me make my rocket board. But let me tell you, when I have this rocket board, I am flying everywhere on it.
Hopefully you don't break your skull. Hopefully you don't break your skull, buddy.
That's half the fun.
Oh yeah, let me double check. We told Litourdom that everyone's going to Imali. His people are
Yeah,
gonna keep an eye on the big thing, and then
yeah, his people have all the pieces that we need. So right now we're
mhm.
gonna go to Amali to get better repaired, kind of take a rest, take stock of stuff. If we want to buy things in the city, we can buy things in the city. And then once
Getting
we
the
have
mounts.
everything we need, yeah, the mounts, all that stuff, once we have all that stuff ready, then we're gonna try and come up with our, I guess, final plan for fighting big guy.
Okay.
I
All right.
mean,
So
us and our allies could be on mounts, whilst the other ones go on ships.
Ships is the
Annoying.
problem. That's the thing. Ships are basically debuffed in this planet.
well,
Unfortunately. But
this is just me out of character, but if my engineers get this shit rolling, Ronnie's totally taking a rocket board wherever we need to go.
all right.
Screw the mounts. I'm gonna have a fast rocket board.
In the cargo hold, a concerning sight is revealed entering this area. First, you see a pair of rats that seem to, how would we say, have been strangled or maybe squished and are just standing in place where they were squished. Almost as if they were like grabbed by a hand and then just dropped there till they were limp. This becomes more concerning as you approach the cargo hold doors, as the several pairs become half a dozen to a dozen to 3 dozen as you're approaching the door, past the doorway, which is already open, seemingly unable to close because of how many carcasses there are around. You see a couple of hands that seem to be working hard on a machine all the way in the corner. I'm not gonna give you the map again. This is all gonna be theater of the mind. The working hands, one of them is obviously Jake, who seems to sort of just be closest to the door, sort of like wiping their brow. There's like blood all over their hands. They have a wrench in their hand that it too is dripping with blood, and he's sort of just sitting there breathing heavily, almost as if he's been working out or is tired in some degree. The rest
Arthur
of the crew is working in the back. They're a little further away.
Arthur kind of like jokingly says, "I suppose the blood is the rats. I suppose."
Jake looks up, seeing you both arrive with Princess Malachite, and he seems to sort of like, he has that 1,000-yard stare, but he smiles a bit when he sees you. He says, "Oh, great, we'll get help now. Okay, good to get help." He sort of seems out of it. The other ones seem to be just continuously working and trying to do whatever machinery there needs to be done in there in unison. There's 4 of them working back there. The rest of the crew is not here for some odd reason, but every once in a while you see like a spurt of blood just fly out and almost hit you guys, by the way. And yeah, what do you do?
Arthur kind of like puts a hand on the blood-covered engineer's shoulder and he says, "I know you guys been working hard, but may you please explain the situation here to me and my comrades here?"
The yeah, looks like the Lizard King Adasor, I guess, took it upon himself to somehow protect his vessel with machine or magical machines. I don't know how you want me to
Magical machine
explain
that
this
summons
really.
monsters? Magical machine that's monsters?
What? I don't know about no monsters. Come here. Let me show you. He sort of he waves you over towards the thing. He walks over. He has a limp. He's sort of limping over to the thing. And then he says, Get out the way, get out the way, get out the way." A lot of the a pair of the guys stop working on stuff and they sort of get out the way. There's a spurt of blood again. One of them says, in my mouth. He's spitting and shit. And then yeah, Jake himself, he sort of wraps his elbows over this like panel, this like computer, the overhead panel of it, and he's like, "Yeah, just take a look at this thing, and you tell me what this is." And I mean, I see a way to get it out. It's a messy, dirty way to get it out, but it's not the best way to get it out. It probably require I don't know, Wiser, the magician, to get rid of this shit. To be honest with you, look, this thing looks demonic. And if you guys take a peek, yeah, do you guys take a peek?
Arthur takes a peek.
There's
Ronny glance at it, but
yeah.
Before he takes a peek, he thanks him for guiding them there.
So let me explain exactly what you guys are looking at.
Okay.
Just imagine a wall. And this wall had a panel. The panel, the effigy of Adasaur effectively was the wall. They removed the panel, and the panel slides all the way out to be this storage bin. And the storage bin seems to be, I would call it 6x6. And looking upon it, you see within it just a bunch of metal rods, cable, tubing. There seems to be some plastic as well, with some sort of blue liquid that is siphoned around, and the moment that line is cut, it no longer, the blue liquid is spraying out, but it disappears the moment it exits the tube. But within it, surrounded by all of this, is an eye that is looking straight at you. Unable to blink, as it is just a ball by itself. It seems to be similar to any of those images that signify Adasaur's eye. And it is just looking up at you.
Can Arthur do a arcane check, see what it is?
I mean, you know what it is. This is basically one of Adasaur's contingencies. No one ever needs to make an Arcana check on this. People have found dozens of these things all over Port, all over different planets.
Well, seems that we found there one of Adasaur's contingencies.
that isn't unsightly at all.
Arthur kind of now, how are we going to get rid of this one?
Princess Madakite takes a peek. She takes a big, mean, massive sigh. Okay. I guess I could use my abilities here. Really, no one else could aid. Anyone else? We could still use the gold if you really needed to for someone. But I don't think Adasaur's curses are really that empowering. Do you think they're gonna kill anyone? She's looking at both Arthur, Arthur, Jake, and Ronny.
Arthur explains to her the contingencies of Adasaur's.
No, she knows the contingencies, but she's asking if you think Adasaur's magic, once it curses someone, if it'll kill someone. Because if it does kill them, if you think Jim is gonna die from whatever is hurting him, then using the 500 gold to effectively cast a spell would remove that effect from occurring, or remove curse as well. but remove curse isn't guaranteed.
What
Hmm.
what our medic on
Arthur,
board
do an Arcana check.
believes is that it's not gonna kill him, but I would feel a lot more safe, and I'm sure you would too, knowing that this thing is destroyed if possible.
We could get to that. It'll just take a bit of time. This thing is massive. And she sort of she's annoyed because she sort of grabs at and you can tell that the bag on her clothing right now, Arthur and Ronnie, is not real. So she goes for the bag and like she goes through the illusion and she sighs when that happens and she says, "Does anyone have a napkin or a sleeve or something, a cloth?"
Arthur looks into the bucket. Arthur looks into the bucket.
You
Ronnie
probably don't.
looks at Malachite. What do you got in there anyway?
Well, in my regular bag, I have my stuff, but you caught me a little unawares. Yeah, there's nothing in your bucket. Your bucket is consistently wet, so any cloth in there would just be wet cloth. I don't think you'd want wet cloth in there. Although there's like blood all over this thing, anyways, it's like bleeding consistently. Anyways, one of the engineers do grab it. Make insight checks. Both of you.
Okay. Wow, this is a good session so far.
Oh no, that
Yes,
tracks.
Great. That's excellent. Oh, good. Yeah. You guys are not going to notice how this job is going to be affecting your engineers. How great. So, as one of the engineers passes this napkin, this cloth, she starts wiping the sides of the panel. She starts reading some of the script. You can tell that this thing is basically scratched up with arcane script. Yeah. As a DM, I'll tell you right now. She declares that it's going to take about 10, 20, maybe 25 days to clear up one of these things. She could hire help to diminish that. If you hired good help, probably get done in a week, the entire ship. She says to you, she says, "I don't like wasting my," and she looks around the group, the engineers, and she too doesn't notice, but she does say, "Let's talk over here." She takes it to the side. It is a big ass cargo hold, easily enough for you to go to a corner and have secret conversations. And she does say to you, "I don't like people knowing that I can cast magic. So I'll offer this once to you guys, and you will never mention this again. If you need my help, you can always reach me in behind closed doors or other closer situations like this. But let's keep it tight-lipped, please. Yeah, I can definitely help with some of this. It's just gonna cost me a lot of my spells, and honestly, if I had anyone helping me with the rituals, I could probably knock it out in a week, maybe 2 weeks, if I had the correct help. But it's really up to you. It's just gonna cost a bit of gold to get this done with speed. It depends who we're hiring. I have to hire a mage capable to cast certain levels of, well, magic. How much? What's the most powerful? What's the most powerful spell that you can cast, Arthur? I know you're capable, but I don't think you can.
Acid arrows.
Right. So not good enough for this venture. That's okay. That's fine. You're better at other things. Ronnie, you
Ronnie begins taking out his pistol Ed starts like twirling it like a cowboy.
Yeah, she says, you look like the only magic you've ever read was the one that you're wearing right now, so I won't even ask. Okay, I don't know, 3,000, 5,000 gold, really depends what you're trying to get done. She's like
Arthur kind of
shrugging.
like starts ruffling through the bucket for somewhere close to 900 gold.
I mean, right now we have other groups, or well, other members of our team that do cast magic. They're all indisposed at the moment, but we have Lunara, we have Ange. They know how to use spells and magic and all that manner of stuff.
Yeah, I've seen them cast magic. I don't think they can output the level which we need to get this done fast. It would help if everyone pulled their resources. It would definitely would help. If that was the case. But
Maybe they can take care of a smaller one at some point, but
they're not all this size.
I guess there's a few smaller ones, according to what we were told.
Jake
This is the biggest one and
says.
the most dangerous one.
Jake sluggishly says, "No, there's ones that are kind of not as big as this one. Maybe like half this size." He says.
How many total have you found?
7 so far. The 4 of which have been demolished physically only. Physically, I don't think they're. Maybe take a look at them. What did you do with the remains? Remains. That's all he says. Princess Malachite is looking at you guys.
Did you burn it? Did you toss out the airlock?
Hey, guys, can we go talk outside?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure, Madam Malachite.
We'll be back, guys.
And
We'll be back. She steps out with you guys just outside the doorway, again, stepping over 1,000 dead rats as you do so.
I think that our engineers need a coffee break, is what I think.
No, I think this curse is
They're
probably a
all out of
little
cert.
more than we might think it is. I'm afraid if it's one of Adasor's contingencies from what I know about. I'm not an expert with this thing, and I spent a lot of time in the underworld. So it's odd. But they could be affected in different manners. You said one of them fell sick, and were unaware of their situation or unable to react or stuff, right?
Yeah, we might need to quarantine these guys until we know that they're all right.
Well, no.
Whatever these things are, they're obviously not just mechanisms, they're magic too. And
Yeah,
I don't know enough about magic.
we should locate the remains. We could burn them in holy fire. Our clerics, the 2 that we have, are capable of summoning some holy fire. Again, they are not powerful. They're just capable.
Right, well, we need to get everybody on it who can be on it. And we need to do this safely.
Yep. And so
We're headed for the city, so maybe we can recruit some more engineers and some more people to help us deal with this problem. We don't want to be in the middle of a big fight and then have more of Adasor's goons appear in the middle of it and take more time to do all this stuff.
well, luckily enough, you are all taking mounts to take care of the big business here, while the ship could hang out and linger. So I think a bit of a time skip is due. No?
Yeah.
How's arriving to Imali? Finding the mounts, which would get you your 8-hour prerequisite long rest. You
That would be good.
are aware of the location of where to arrive to face the creature. Same exact spot. This thing hasn't moved in a long time. But Litourdom does come to you and reiterates the fact that every minute spent not fighting this thing, not destroying it, means more people are actively dying. His reports have now come twofold. There are many people being destroyed that are leaving the underworld just to be destroyed, just to arrive for their ship to no longer be able to handle the pressure, no longer being able to handle the weather. But our first steps towards taking down Fierro, effectively a trident in hand. I think that's coming up on our next game, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully.
Is there so it's a couple of things. The engineers, they'll be fine. Inimali, perfectly fine. There's 500 million people who will be able to help you in whatever manner you wish. Some of them will be clerics and will be able to aid them in that regard. Engineers that will be able to ask for help from that aren't specifically yours. That does bring its own set of problems. People are now seeing the inside of your ship. If you want this to be kept within your own people, you might have to wait on that. But that is up to you to decide. Either way, you can still get your mechanism fixed, that hoverboard jetpack mixture. It has a chance of not working. It has like that combination could happen, but if it there's a roll that it might not work. If that's what
I
you
want
want.
to try it.
Okay, then.
I'm feeling lucky about this.
No
Let's do
problemo.
this.
I'll tell you what that is a little later when I figure out what the two items do first. Okay.
All right.
You might want them separate. You might want them separate. Who knows? Either way, one does work. The other one does not. 100%. Hoverboard's fine. But
Kevin, I want a board that could like rocket around through the sky.
I know what you want. I know what you want. I'm trying to give it to you, but I'm just saying there's a chance it might not happen. Today, at least. Either way, you all are fully prepared. You have items. You can buy ammunition here. You can buy your weaponry here.